Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports.
As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Carr's Raiders.
With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, so we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. First carry for Thomas Rawls. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side, Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really love what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production, and that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
On second down, here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders. And you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. Always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter, knocked the ball away. But really added to his game as last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got injured. They're really going to love him in Oakland.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. You give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. The play clock's running down. First down, this is Rawls. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, Rawls. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's the Canadian-born punter, John Ryan, to kick it away for Seattle. Travis Carey back deep for the Raiders. Now Carey. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Wide 88.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down.
Stop right there. We ready? Wide 88. Wide 88.
Shotgun now for Carr. And Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
We want it. Come to my work. We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
They'll run it now out the gun. Murray fighting, lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the 11 on offense coming back out for Seattle, and maybe a little tired, maybe a little jet lag. The Seahawks have traveled over 27,000 miles this season, and the 5,000-mile round trip to Tampa was their second jaunt to the East Coast in 3 weeks.
I've never met a team in the NFL that's less concerned about their travel than the Seattle Seahawks.
And that's good.
And that's good for them. And you're right. They could be tired. They could be fatigued. As you said, second time in 3 weeks. You'll never hear it come out of their mouths. Their head coach, Pete Carroll, whatever you put in front of us, we'll deal with it. Let's just get on the plane and go play. And I think it serves them pretty well overall.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's Wilson to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Week 12 for Baldwin, playing back in his home state. He's from the Pensacola area. 7 catches, but just 30.
Separate him from other receivers because he can catch it, make a move, run through traffic because he's a strong guy. So when you hold him to 34 yards on 7 catches, you're doing something right on defense.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yard.
4 yards.
And that's unusual for him because his run after catch ability by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, Wilson. That's caught at the 3. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jimmy Graham from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Raiders take the field on offense again, sitting at 9-2, Charles, clinching their first winning season since way back in 2002.
And for most franchises, everyone would be dancing in the streets right now to support them, right? Their fans have to be going crazy. But don't you get the sense with this team that they have a bigger target in mind?
I think a much bigger target.
I mean, 9-2, terrific. Hey, they've erased some of that history, but they think that they can make a real deep run in the playoffs and be a real factor towards the Super Bowl.
We ready? 5-8. Right there.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Here we go. Man, 18.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and it's 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Zebra.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. So the tackle there by Khalil Mack. What a game against the Panthers. He had a sack, an interception, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown, all in the same game.
Is the statistician on the IR now? I mean, trying to keep up with all of his production. He's playing at that level that we all knew, anticipated, expected. He's just a guy that really refuses to be blocked.
By the way, first time that's been done since 2009 that a player's done that all in one game. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They go again with Rawls. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They come up in an offset eye. Going with a short yardage man, Tukuafu. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out here in the eye. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. 1st and goal. And this will result in it losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Now they'll throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Doug Baldwin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing on first, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Working from the gun, it's Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Frank Clark in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now it's Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Second down now after the pass completion. In motion right, Baldwin. Wilson to give to Rawls. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Play clock winding down. Back to the ground on 1st. Again, it's Rawls. And a loose football. Rawls loses it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How did they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Hey, we're going to round along, baby. Alert! Alert! We ready?
Carr will try it again on 2nd down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
We ready? Ready, baby. Alert! Alert, baby. Alert! Check, check, check.
From the gun, it's Carr. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
For Graham, he hauled in 6 catches in Week 12, 67 yards. And by the way, a happy belated birthday to Mr. Graham. Turned 30 on November 24th.
Oh, that's very nice of you. You're so considerate. I like that.
Oh, thanks.
And you know what
he here all week.
And you know what else he really likes?
What?
His health.
Yeah, absolutely.
The knee is back, totally sound. He's running around like the Jimmy Graham we knew in New Orleans and making those big-time plays where he goes over the top of everyone to catch the ball.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Wilson on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Final play of the half. It's Wilson surveying the field. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, Murray. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 22 on that one. Good enough for an Oakland first down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr now on first down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Second down and just 1. Carr turns, hands to Murray, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. Now 4th down. So now on 4th down, the Raiders will turn it over to the left foot of Sebastian Janikowski. And Janikowski bangs it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They start on the ground with Rawls. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop down.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. The play clock's running down. On 3rd down, Wilson finding time. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All right, here we go. Wide and yay. Wide and yay.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down following the run. One receiver to the left is Cooper.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Tight end left. Tight end left. Everyone got 4. 4 down.
They'll try to get the running game going with Rawls. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. They run with a power back, Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner and the tackle.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's John Ryan now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Carry on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the out. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Mike Bennett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now Carr throwing on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They come out here in the eye. And Carr's going to keep it himself. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now this time, Carl throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 32 yards there. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Carr now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Wolford over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Single, single. Here we go. Wide and Yates. Wide and Yates.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just for driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Hey, we go rally. Rally.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
We ready? Wide and Yates. Wide and Yates. Single. Hey, we go rally. Rally.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
reception. Here's Wilson. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. 15 yards there for number 15.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
14, 14. Back.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught on the left side by Kearse. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run with Rawls. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. A running play for Rawls. And some space here. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Every now and then when we see a really good run, we really tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did, what the receivers did to help. Sometimes the running back's pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of good yardage and made it happen with great effort.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. So let's get you up to the Steel City. Standing by in Pittsburgh, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Carr with a give to Murray. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Well, sometimes we talk running backs. Sometimes we talk wide receivers. Walford, the tight end in this unit, very important.
Clive Walford, a terrific player. Knows how to work the inside portions of the field, but also can surprise you and get deep.
So 2nd and 10 here. They go with Murray again. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They go play action here on 1st down. And his first look is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A pickup there of 37. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon had 120 yards and a touchdown on Thanksgiving. He's really coming alive the last 2 weeks, Charles. 146 against the Browns, and as I said, 120 on Turkey Day.
And I loved his mindset going into the game, because after what he did against Cleveland with the 146 yards rushing, many were saying, hey, how do you come back on such a short week and think about having a big game again? He's like, I'm always ready to play. I can't wait to get out there on Thursday, and this will have no effect on my performance going forward. And he was exactly right.
Again, it's Bell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Dan Williams might as well change his name officially to Big Dan Williams. A monster in the middle, holds down the run game against any team.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
But that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the 1st down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground. And when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback. And when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is Travis Carey. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. first down. Carr. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And that'll be good for an Oakland first down. First and 10. Here's Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. And Crabtree had a 100-yard game against the Panthers. 110, 8 catches.
So when we talk about receivers, we're almost always talking about a number one guy for every team, right? And that means there would be a number two guy. But with Oakland, the way Crabtree's playing with Amari Cooper, is he really number two? Is he more like 1A this season?
Exactly, because Amari has 66 catches. Crabtree right on his heels with 60. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Again, it's Murray. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that's incomplete. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Murray. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. To throw his Carr. Can't find anyone open. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. As the Steelers trot back out for offense, Charles, wanted to ask you about the AFC North. They're tied with the Ravens through 12 weeks at 6-5. But just because of the kind of the mystique of the Steelers, you get the sense that this is their division to win.
The mystique and Big Ben at quarterback. Because I think that when you really analyze it going down the stretch, people I talk to around the league, they all still feel that the Steelers at the end of the year will be atop of the AFC North because Big Ben provides the edge that they need.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Play clock winding down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one caught by Coates. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Yards to go on 3rd down. The play clock's running down.
Here we go.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. It's taken to the 26. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Carr throwing on second down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. From the gun now on third down, Carr. He's got time. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd down, here's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble. And it's picked up by taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Middle. Switch.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch left. Stop right there. Six guard. Check 6 guard. Like
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on them. So that last penalty means that the offense has to deal with a 3rd and 18 coming up here. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. All right, partner, we got Black Friday, Cyber Monday in the rearview mirror. Now it's football focus time, and it's getting towards the playoffs. If we look at the NFC playoff picture right now, legitimately, who can challenge the Cowboys?
Well, I think first and foremost, you're going to say Seattle because of the way they play defense. If they get everyone back healthy, look out. That'd be a heck of a battle. But I'm going to give you one that may surprise you, and I think it's the New York Giants. And the reason being, That's their MO. They get hot late in the season, and they're always a good playoff team.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So the offense able to recover the fumble, but it's third down now. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And down he'll go at the 25. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back from the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Carry of the game now, Murray. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's Bell, and he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Third down now following the run.
4 down. 4 down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
He'll field this at the 5. And now here come the Raiders. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
We ready? Wide and yank. Wide and yank.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
We ready? Red 18. We go red zebra. Zebra.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And it'll bring up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking deep for Crabtree. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
With it is Brown. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go. Blue 30. Mike 54. Mike 50. Jack.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Coates. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time, and that brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Big Ben going to take it himself. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Brandon, when it comes to quarterback sneaks, Big Ben may be the toughest to bring down in terms of pure strength.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Play clock winding down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just...
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On first down, Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Roethlisberger gonna throw. He's gonna look deep down the field. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Sammy Coates finding a way to get the feet down. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Carl try it again on second down. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go. Red 18.
Throwing his car on third down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this looks to probably be the final play. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. One final try now for Carr. Surveying the field. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.